Welcome to today's edition of the Exploring Mining podcast, featuring stock news from TSX, TSXV, CSE, ASX, Nasdaq, and New York Stock Exchange mining companies, plus interviews with CEOs and leading experts. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to another episode of the Exploring Mining podcast. For news today, we've got the latest from SSR Mining, Hudbay Minerals, Fortuna Silver Mines, and ANTL Gold. But just before we get into the show today, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Alright, so SSR Mining Inc., which trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker SSRM, has reached an agreement to acquire an up to 40% interest in and operational control of the Hod Maden Gold and Copper Development Project in northeastern Turkey from Lydia Mines. Rod ANTL, the president and CEO of SSR Mining, said, quote, "Following our review and after discussions with our joint venture partners, we believe there are several positive operational value levers as well as exploration potential beyond the existing life of mine plan that was presented in the 2021 feasibility study. We will now spend the next 12 months updating the existing technical report for these value-enhancing opportunities, as well as to account for changes in market conditions." End quote. Stock for SSR Mining is up 0.79% at the time of recording. Next up, Hudbay Minerals Inc., which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker HBM, has released its first quarter 2023 operating and financial results. Some highlights include the consolidated production of 22,562 tons of copper and 47,240 ounces of gold, as well as net earnings of $5.5 million for the quarter. Peter Kukielski, the company's president and CEO, said, quote, "We continue to be on track to achieve higher production and cash flows in 2023 as we successfully managed the recent Peru logistical interruptions to ensure steady operations at Constancia and are executing initiatives to increase the output from our Lalor mine in Snow Lake." End quote. Stock for Hudbay is down 2.26% at the time of recording. Following that, Fortuna Silver Mines Inc., which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker FSM, has entered into a definitive scheme implementation deed to acquire Chesser Resources Limited, which trades on the ASX under the ticker AX. This will expand Fortuna's presence in West Africa to include the preliminary economic assessment stage Diamba Sud gold project in Senegal, which is described as one of the new and emerging gold discoveries in the region. Jorge A. Ganoza, the president and CEO of Fortuna, explains, quote, "In a short time, Chesser has done a great job advancing Diamba Sud from early-stage exploration to a PEA stage project with multiple targets yet to be tested. Within the larger and diversified Fortuna portfolio, the advancement of Diamba Sud will benefit from our technical and operational strength and lower cost of capital." End quote. Stock for Fortuna is down 2.31% at the time of recording. Lastly, for today, ANTL Gold Inc., which trades on the TSXV as ANTL, has entered into an agreement to sell its 100% interest in certain mineral claims comprising the Crescent Lake Lithium Project in Ontario, Canada, to Midex Resources Limited, the latter being a private company. Christopher Drysdale, ANTL's CEO, explained the move, quote, "I am pleased to announce the sale of the Crescent Lake Lithium Project to Midex Resources Limited, a highly regarded lithium explorer, paving the way for the successful development of the lithium potential on the property. The sale of the property allows ANTL to focus on its existing projects while pursuing other opportunities along with maintaining a significant equity investment in an active Canadian lithium explorer. End quote. Well, that does it for today's Exploring Mining podcast. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. InvestorIdeas.com reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. All investment involves risk, and this podcast is not meant to be an endorsement to buy or sell securities or products. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio, and a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and most audio platforms available.